This is Apple Valley News Now at 5 on your side.
Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Alyssa Warner.
And I'm Stacey Lee, and we're going to get right into that dangerous heat, prompting a weather alert day. Extreme heat in all of our area all the way through Thursday night. And boy, we have definitely seen it. Now here's some tips on what to do. Again, early morning walk, stay hydrated, find shade, drink lots of water, and check on your elderly neighbors. Keep the kiddos inside at these hottest portions of the day. Here's what we're looking at for records, Alyssa. It was compiling the data today. Our forecast was 106. We've actually gone higher than that. The record for today was set back in 2021 for Tri-Cities of 104. Yakima a little while ago. Well, here, let's just look at the current temperatures and you can compare and see what's going on outside right now. We smashed the record today by several degrees in the Tri-Cities. Yakima also beat a record. So did Ellensburg, Walla Walla, as well. Pendleton, not quite. But again, record-breaking temperatures right through the region, and this is dangerous heat through our area. Here's a little bit of the temperature change. We were hot yesterday, still a full 3 degrees warmer than we were 24 hours ago. 4 in Yakima, and 2 degrees warmer there in Walla Walla. So we've got clear skies tonight, warm overnight lows, extreme heat through Thursday. Get ready. We'll see a slight change with some breezy winds developing on Thursday. Could see a red flag warning in our area. Plus, some thunderstorms are possible through the region, and get ready for a weekend cool down. So a lot to get to in your first alert full weather forecast. Alyssa?
Thanks, Stacey. And as this triple-digit heat wave continues, several counties across Washington and Oregon have opened up cooling centers to help those who may not have access to air conditioning, shade, or water. In many of the counties, the cooling centers are available at libraries and other city libraries. The Benton Franklin Health District has partnered with Information Service 211 to set up cooling centers in Benton and Franklin counties. Walla Walla, Yakima, and a few others on our list also have cooling centers available. You can find that list of centers and opportunities for water donations on our website, applevalleynewsnow.com. All of the fire evacuations for the Trinity fire that knocked out power in the Benton City area yesterday have now been lifted. Fire crews from Benton County Fire District 2 remained on scene this afternoon to continue monitoring this area for hotspots. That fire broke out yesterday morning after a car backed into an electrical box, which caused the outage and the fire, according to authorities at the scene. Air support was also ordered to fight the fire. Fire bosses flew over Rattlesnake Mountain and Benton City, carrying 800 gallons of water apiece to dump on the flames. Roads in the area of the fire have also since reopened. Now today marks 1 week since those deadly wind-driven fires devastated Hawaii. The death toll there is still rising tonight. ABC's Melissa Adon has a look at the recovery efforts now underway.
Tuesday marking a week that wildfires began to burn on the Hawaiian island of Maui. The grief, frustration, and pain heavy. But the aloha spirit captured in the many helpers, volunteers who have lost so much themselves, organizing donations.
You know, and I consider myself a strong leader, but it broke me. It still breaks me. This is what keeps me going, helping people.
More federal aid is on the ground, including a number of U.S. Marines joining Hawaii's National Guard and FEMA crews. The president addressing the devastation at an event in Milwaukee.
And whatever you need, you're going to get. And that'll get aid into the hands of people who desperately need it, who have lost their loved ones, who have lost their homes, their livelihoods, who've been damaged and destroyed.
While crews keep combing the rubble, officials from the Maui Humane Society say about 3,000 animals are lost or missing. The Maui police arresting a person for trespassing in Lahaina, where search and rescue efforts continue.
Patience, prayers, perseverance. That's what we need.
The cause of the fire is under investigation. Melissa Adon, ABC News, Maui.
Now, firefighters and search and rescue from all over the state have joined forces to help in the aftermath of that deadly fire. One of those teams is from Kittitas County. Dina Haney and K-9 partner Chica with Kittitas County Search and Rescue have been in Hawaii since Sunday. The volunteer team's job is to look for survivors in the devastation left behind by those deadly wildfires. About 5% of Lahaina has been checked so far. Haney and Chica are one of 5 K-9 crews that have been sent from Washington at this time. There are also several firefighter crews dispatched to help. All of this organized by the Washington State Task Force. At least 130 families in Terrace Heights have been living under a boil water advisory for over a week after E. coli bacteria was detected in their water. Well, Yakima County Public Services officials say the E. coli problem is still contained to Zone 2A of the Terrace Heights water system. That's south of Rosa Canal, and hope is on the horizon. They've spent the last week flushing the system with chlorine to try and get rid of that bacteria. They were able to dial back the chemicals on Saturday. Today, the chlorine levels were low enough to start taking samples again and see where they're at in this process.
To my knowledge, we have never ran into this before. And part of what takes so long to address it is we have to bring the water up to a higher chlorine level and then drop it back down. But with all the water we have in storage, it takes time to go through that process.
So more samples are planned for tomorrow and Thursday, which would be the earliest the boil water advisory could be lifted. Until then, if you're living in that area, you still need to boil your water before you drink or use it for cooking. Walla Walla police tonight are investigating a shooting early this morning that sent one person to the hospital. Police say the victim is under 18 and they're still looking for the shooter. The first 911 call came in just after 4 o'clock in the morning from a home on the 200 block of Taussig Way in Walla Walla. That's out in the Eastgate area for those of you who are familiar with it, saying someone had shot at the house and injured someone inside. Now, when police got there, they found a victim with a non-life-threatening injury. Police say they don't think that this was a random crime. Now, it's also worth mentioning that as police were racing to Taussig Way, one officer says a driver on Highway 12 saw flashing lights, then hit the gas going 100 miles an hour or more. Now, that driver crashed into a field near Wilbur Avenue. Police say they don't believe the driver had anything to do with the shooting, but if you have any information about the shooting that could help police, you can give them a call. The number is there on your screen, 509-527-4344. The Kittitas County Sheriff's Office is warning everyone to be on high alert for a dangerous man on the run after a car crash. 28-year-old Fernando Flores of Richland is on the run, police say, after authorities say he crashed a stolen vehicle up in Kittitas County, then left a 27-year-old woman behind severely injured. Flores and another man ran from the scene. Authorities say they tried to get into people's homes and vehicles nearby. The other man was eventually caught by law enforcement, but so far Flores, who was recently released from prison for violent crimes, has not been caught. Inspector Chris Whitsett with the Kittitas County Sheriff's Office says this search is only for law enforcement.
What we're conducting right now is both a search and rescue operation for a potentially injured person, but it's also one for a person who's a known violent criminal, who's a known gang member, and who may be armed. So we're not bringing in search and rescue volunteers. This is an all law enforcement operation, and we're doing it with reasonable care.
So Inspector Whitsett says if you see Flores, this is a picture that Kittitas County sent out of him, you need to call 911 right away. We have more details about what happened over on our website, AppleValleyNewsNow.com. Now, in Washington state, people convicted of violent and sexual offenses must provide DNA for the National DNA Database. But each county has a different system of doing it, and over the years, thousands have slipped through the cracks. Since 2019, the State Attorney General's office lawfully owned DNA Project has tracked down more than 2,000 of those offenders and added their DNA to the system. That resulted in 76 new hits that could potentially ID perpetrators in unsolved rapes, murders, or other crimes. Plus, a new law went into effect on July 23rd to create a uniform system among all the different jurisdictions.
We're asking them, what's your process? So the good news is we don't think this backlog is going to get worse. We think now they'll start collecting, and so we can start chipping away at these still thousands of cases of individuals we need to try and track down.
They have collected samples from people convicted of sex offenses, kidnapping, and murder. Now they're working on offenders convicted of violent and felony offenses like assault and robbery. Former President Donald Trump has been indicted by a grand jury in Georgia, along with 18 other co-defendants, including lawyer Rudy Giuliani and former Chief of Staff Mark Meadows. The Fulton County District Attorney is accusing them of election interference, saying they tried to illegally overturn Georgia's 2020 election results. ABC's Rena Roy is tracking criminal case number 4 against the former president.
Former President Donald Trump now has 10 days to turn himself in his fourth indictment, this time in Georgia.
The grand jury believes they were part of the illegal effort to overturn the results of Georgia's 2020 presidential election.
Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis charging Trump and 18 others, including some of his closest allies, with racketeering, calling them a criminal organization that knowingly and willfully joined a conspiracy to unlawfully change the outcome of the election in favor of Trump. Trump is charged with 13 counts in addition to racketeering. He's accused of soliciting a public officer to violate his oath, conspiring to commit forgery, and conspiring to file false documents.
This is a more dangerous indictment for Donald Trump in the sense that with a federal case, if he wins the election, he can kind of make it go away. This case he can't do that with.
The grand jury heard testimony from several witnesses. Georgia's former Lieutenant Governor Jeff Duncan says he was one of them.
There's been a lot of misinformation for a number of years, and this is our opportunity to get the real story out. My hope is that Americans believe us. My hope is that Republicans believe us, that this election was fair and legal.
The probe, launched 2.5 years ago, sparked in part by this phone call to Georgia's Secretary of State when Trump appeared to pressure the top official to find the votes needed to win.
So what are we going to do here, folks? I only need 11,000 votes.
The DA hoping to take this to trial within the next 6 months as Trump's legal troubles continue mounting. He's facing roughly half a dozen cases in 4 different states, all while running for president.
Trump has denied all wrongdoing. His campaign team releasing a statement saying in part they are taking away Trump's First Amendment right to free speech. Rena Roy, ABC News, Atlanta.
Now, World News Tonight will have continuing coverage of that indictment and what this means for Trump's presidential campaign coming up tonight at 5:30. Meanwhile, it looks like Hunter Biden's legal team is changing. His former lead criminal defense attorney is now asking to be taken off the case because he thinks he'll be called as a witness as this case progresses. So last month, Hunter Biden had agreed to plead guilty to misdemeanor tax charges in exchange for a felony gun possession charge being taken off the table and immunity for some other potential crimes. But a judge refused to sign off on that deal. And now the Justice Department says the whole thing is invalid. Defense lawyers say the agreement to drop the gun charge should remain in place. Now, the New York Times reports Hunter Biden's former lead defense attorney says he needs to be taken off the case because he expects to be called to weigh in on that legal battle in the future. Here in Washington, the primary election results have been finalized, bringing a chapter to a close for at least 2 Richland School Board members. While there were several matters voted on in the August primary, one of the most anticipated was the vote to remove 3 Richland School Board members from office. Audra Bird, Kari Williams, and Semi Bird were all recalled. They have all left office. Kari Williams, though, her board seat is up for re-election, and she got enough votes to be on the ballot coming up in November. Voters will decide if she will get another chance. You can find the rest of the election results over on our website, applevalleynewsnow.com. And happening right now, Heritage University is celebrating the grand opening of its new downtown Kennewick regional site. This has been in the works for several months now. They're holding the ribbon cutting today. While Heritage University has a regional site at Columbia Basin College for decades, officials say the Kennewick location will offer degree options that students could not access from Pasco. Fall semester begins next week. We're going to talk more about this celebration coming up tonight on Apple Valley News Now at 6:30. But for right now, the big story today is that record-breaking and potentially dangerous heat as we take a look outside. It's not cooling down just yet. Stacey Lee will be tracking those temperatures for us coming up in just a moment. And still ahead on Apple Valley News Now at 5, as families are getting ready for back to school, we're talking about keeping kids safe, one seemingly innocent trend that could be a potential problem. That's next.
Who do you call if you've been injured in an accident? Call the law firm which has collected over $80 million for its injured clients. For over 30 years, the team at Allen Brecky Law Offices have been representing the rights of accident victims.
Introducing Blue Compass RV, formerly Appleway RV. Same location, new adventures. Come celebrate and save during our grand opening sale with up to 50% off. The best prices of the year on America's favorite brands. Plus, get a 1-year VIP membership to RV Complete, including 24/7, 365 technical and roadside assistance and much more. Wherever you roam, we'll be there. And now save up to 50% off at Blue Compass RV, formerly Appleway RV.
This summer, happiness is a new Chevy. You can go farther, tow more, and bring along everyone you love. Your road to happiness begins in a new Chevy. Get 1.9% financing on all 2023 Silverado 1500 Crew Cab LT Turbo Max pickups, or get $6,000 total cash allowance when you trade in an eligible vehicle. See your community Chevy dealers.
Since 1968, Sundown M Ranch has helped over 200,000 patients and families recover from the effects of substance use disorders.
I was ashamed, humiliated, and not sure if I could be helped, but I listened and found a completely different way to live by spending time at Sundown.
I did not believe there was a way out of the dark hole my life had become. Sundown M Ranch provided a foundation for me to find a new way to live.
Sundown M Ranch. Today is the first day of the rest of your life.
Set summer in motion with the most electrifying Honda vehicles yet, like the CR-V and the Accord, both with available hybrid powertrains, designed to deliver more thrilling performance and more innovative tech. Make every adventure more electrifying with Honda, the most awarded brand in Car and Driver 10 Best history. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or visit your local Honda dealer today.
Who do you call if you've been injured in an accident? Call the law firm which has collected over $80 million for its injured clients. For over 30 years, the team at Allen Brecky Law Offices have been representing the rights of accident victims.
This newscast sponsored by Nissan.
It is back to school season, and we all love to see those pictures of kids ready to head back to the classroom. But experts say you need to think twice before you post. Even if your social media is set to private, experts say you should only post things that you are comfortable letting the entire world know. Putting your child's picture, age, and school information online, especially all in one convenient back-to-school post, is not a good idea. And it's not just what you post. Authorities say it's important to talk to your kids about what they're posting online as well.
Gone are the days of somebody that is lurking at a playground in a white van with no windows that's just waiting to grab your kid from the playground and take them home and abuse them. These people now are in the chat rooms, and they're playing video games with your kids, and they're on the social apps. Sometimes they create fake profiles.
Families also need to be on the lookout for cyberbullying and sextortion. The FBI says they've seen some victims as young as 8. And often the victims are too afraid to tell anyone because they think they'll get in trouble. Officials say it is very important to let children and teens know that this kind of crime exists and how they can get help if they need it.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Stacy Lee.
And we have got a hot one today, 107 degrees outside right now on our Legends Casino Skycam in Richland. Winds are light at 3 miles per hour, and humidity all through the region down in the teens. So our humidity is low. Little bit of breeze, not bad, but we could be calling for a red flag alert a little bit later on this week. Let's take a look at temperatures elsewhere around the area. Again, smashing records today. Yakima beating a record, Ellensburg, Tri-Cities, Pendleton at 102. It's 106 right now in Hermiston. And check out Walla Walla, 101 degrees. So again, record-breaking temps all through the region. Let's plan your evening out tonight. It's going to stay hot, triple digits through 6 in Yakima. We'll start to see a little bit of a cool down at 7. By 8 o'clock down to 93. In the Columbia Basin Tri-Cities, we're staying in the triple digits until 7 o'clock. We'll drop down to 95 by 8 tonight. So very, very warm. Just want to stay inside. 101 at 6 o'clock in Walla Walla, down to 95, 92 degrees at 8. So it's going to be a warm night tonight. That ridge of high pressure standing strong over the region. We are starting to see this southerly flow come up from the southwest area, again bringing monsoonal moisture into central central Oregon, and they could see some showers late tonight, early tomorrow, and some of those might even slide into the Columbia Basin Tri-Cities by Thursday. We're going to be watching that closely. This could produce heavy thunder and lightning and potentially start some new wildfires. Here's the flow and what's going on. That ridge of high pressure just bringing that hot air right across Washington and Oregon, and again, that's going to be the situation for the next couple of days. Our excessive heat warning in place, and even red flag warnings for the Cascade Mountains in place till Thursday night at 11. So we want to be fire wise. Some heat wave advice for you. Again, start hydrating, keep the kids and pets indoors, plan your meals so you don't have to cook or turn on the hot oven. And again, just know the signs of heat stress going through the next few days. Here's our future cast. And again, I'm kind of tracking those storms in central Oregon here, kind of scattered and unorganized, so they're kind of hard to predict. But here we go on Thursday. This is in the afternoon. We'll start to see that southerly flow come up through the Columbia River Gorge and through the Dalles, and we could see a few of those thunder showers make their way to the Yakima, Kittitas, and even Columbia Basin. So we'll watch that closely because we may have to have a red flag warning. Now, we have seen some smoke and haze. I've noticed that has been impacting our air quality today. That should improve as the night moves on, but lots of smoke and haze, especially in the Walla Walla area. And as you can see, it is impacting our air quality. We're moderate right now through the Columbia Basin, Yakima Valley. We're even seeing poor air quality west of the Dalles going towards the Portland area. So air quality should be improving, but we are going to have an issue there. Temperatures overnight tonight in the 60s, again 70s, not a big relief overnight as those temperatures won't get that low till about 3-4 o'clock in the morning, and then they just start rising by the time you get to 6 a.m. So very warm, more extreme heat tomorrow. 106 Tri-Cities, 105 Yakima, 107 Hermiston. Here's your short-term forecast. Again, another couple days of alert days, and then when we get to Friday, we see a big drop-off, some breezy winds, and a change in that weather pattern. Again, same situation going through the Tri-Cities, breezy winds developing Thursday and Friday, and then we'll see the big cool down. I'll tell you how cool it's going to get coming up this weekend in just a little bit. Alyssa?
Thanks, Stacey. And up next on Apple Valley News Now at 5, we are talking about a way for you to show your support for local first responders. Maybe have some fun while you're at it. Stay with us.
Operation Best Friend on Good Morning Northwest, sponsored by Windermere Group 1.
I remember when you get a whole meal for $5.
Yeah, it was last Tuesday.
Oh.
And every Tuesday at A&W, where single Papa Burger combos complete with fries and a root beer cost just $5. The good old days are here again. A complete meal for just $5. Tuesdays only at A&W.
Set summer in motion with the most adventurous Honda vehicles yet, like the Pilot and Passport Trail Sport and the Ridgeline, built for better off-road performance and engineered for more adventure. This summer, create your own adventures with Honda, the most awarded brand in car and driver 10 Best history. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or visit your local Honda dealer today.
Sweetie pie?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm afraid this closet is full. Do you really need all of these shirts?
I was waiting until I could fit into them again.
And how's that going?
Well, not so well.
This closet isn't getting any bigger. How about we make some space?
I guess I could pick a few out and
Good.
Donate them to Goodwill.
Your donations to Goodwill support our local Employment Connection Center, a free walk-in job search assistance program.
Good job. Goodwill.
Introducing the new Ford F-150, equipped with an onboard generator, a powerhouse of energy, fueling not just trucks, but the dreams of those who dare to wander off the beaten path. In this world of possibilities, the rhythm of your journey awaits.
Come see us today and feel the power of Pingree.
Get ready for fun in paradise at the Walla Walla Fair and Frontier Days. With 5 fair days and nights, there's something for everyone. Get your tickets to feel the good vibrations by the Beach Boys. Attend the Walla Walla Valley Honda Demo Derby and 3 nights of PRCA rodeo action. Your invitation to have fun in paradise is waiting at the Walla Walla Fair and Frontier Days, August 30th to September 3rd at the fairgrounds in Walla Walla.
Who is Culligan? Your local water experts since 1936. The world's most efficient water softener. Safer drinking water in every glass. Convenient, reliable delivery. Industry-leading technology. Here for every water worry.
KFC's Wednesday Country Fried Steak Meal is a delicious value, complete with mashed potatoes with gravy, coleslaw, and a biscuit, all for the incredible price of just $5.99. Really, what's left to say? How about see you again next Wednesday? Country Fried Steak Meal, just $5.99, only at KFC.
Welcome back. Tri-City Taps is hosting a special fundraising event this weekend, and all of the proceeds will go towards fire chaplains in our communities. Now, Our Chaplains is an organization partially funded by the city and county fire and police agencies. It serves on a volunteer basis, and the money that they receive turns right around to help people affected by fire. They also help departments with several other things. Now, this fundraiser will be hosted by Tri-City Taps, and organizers say it's about giving back to those who serve our community.
We'll be having an event on the event on August 19th from 12 p.m. to 8 p.m. All the donations will go to the Chaplain Service Network. The chaplains are the people who come out there with our first responders to support families in a time of crisis.
Now, Tri-City Taps will be accepting donations starting today, and then on Saturday they'll be having raffles for guests to participate in, and a certain percentage of the money they make on food and beverages will be donated as well. The event will be from 11 a.m. until 6 p.m. on Saturday, and the weather should have cooled down from those record highs that we're seeing today. We'll take a final look at your First Alert forecast next.
Smoke City for Less. We are open 7 days a week with now 5 locations.
Okay, thanks for visiting. Bye, Alice.
I'm stuck.
Not funny anymore.
Yes, it is. Wait, guys, the Mesozoic times are boring and have 0 rad attractions. Triple play is fun. I want to stay here.
Of course you can stay. Oh, fantastic. We won't regret this.
Triple Play has fun attractions for everyone, like bowling, Raptor Reef Indoor Water Park, and a brand new zip line ride, all attached to a cozy hotel.
She's on the logo already. Marketers are the worst.
Now is the time for a new bath from Bathfitter. Every Bathfitter bath is installed quickly, safely, and beautifully with a lifetime warranty. Go from old to new, from worn to wow. The beautiful bath you've always wanted, done right, installed by one expert technician, all in one day. We've been creating moments like these for 35 years, and we're here to help you get started. Book your free virtual or in-home design consultation today.
When you or your loved one has been seriously injured, you want the best law firm on your side. Abeta Nelson Injury Law is the most highly awarded and experienced personal injury firm in Central Washington. Our office has secured the most million-dollar car crash recoveries in Central Washington. You can trust us to have your back. The time for bringing your claim is limited, so don't wait. Call us today for a no-obligation consultation. Abeta Nelson, we take your injury personally.
With K2 Vision RLE, you can throw away your distance and reading glasses. Plus, you'll never develop a cataract. Schedule a free Zoom consultation with us today. K2 Vision RLE. No glasses, no contacts, no readers.
Tonight, former President Trump's newest legal woes. Plus, as the death toll rises, the search for the missing on Maui and what really caused this tragedy. More Americans turn to the most watched program on television, World News Tonight with David Muir.
Did you know Astria Health has the only team of neurosurgeons in the Lower Valley? Patients no longer need to travel long distances to receive the spine care they need. Patients with spinal tumors, stenosis, herniated or degenerative disc diseases, spine trauma, fractures, or spinal cord injury can be seen by an Astria neurosurgeon in Prosser, Sunnyside, or Zillah. Ask your primary care provider for a referral to one of our neurosurgeons. Astria Health, exceptional rural health care close to home.
Yakima. Paranormal Cirque is here. Are you ready for a wicked night under our big top from August 18th through the 21st at State Fair Park and Event Center? This paranormal experience is a fusion between nightmares and fantasies. Our innovative show features different shades of sexy, horror, cabaret, and more. Are you intrigued yet? Dare yourself and come August 18th through the 21st, and you'll be surrounded by creepy circus creatures with hidden talents. Tickets start at $20. Visit ParanormalCirque.com and use promo code WICKED to get $5 off.
And welcome back. One final look at our weather. Alyssa, look at these temperatures. It stays warm all the way through midnight, almost 80 degrees tonight.
Yeah.
You only cool down slightly around 3, and then it starts heating back up at 6. Same situation in Yakima. Not a big relief overnight with these overnight lows. So get ready. Another dangerously hot day tomorrow. And again, here's that 7-day planning forecast. The good news is we have relief coming this weekend with cooler temperatures and a slightly cooler start to next week as well. So not looking too bad. We are going to be keeping our eye on some possible thunderstorms on Thursday. But again, try to stay hydrated and stay inside.
Yeah, definitely take the breaks if you have to be outside.
That's
for sure.
right.
Thanks, Stacey, and thank you so much for watching. We're back tonight at 6. World News Tonight with David Muir is coming up next. And of course, you can find the latest anytime on our website, AppleValleyNewsNow.com.